Think I see a wagon rutted road with the weeds growing tall between the tracks. Along one side, runs a rusty barbed wire fence, and beyond that sits an old tar cage. I got Georgia on my mind. I got Georgia on my mind. Whoa, Georgia, you're on my mind. I think I hear a noisy old John Deere in the field specked with dirty cotton lids. Below the field runs a shady little creek. There you'll find the cool green leaves of men. I got Georgia on my mind. I got Georgia on my mind. Whoa, Georgia, you're on my mind. You want to play one, James? Sure. Georgia on my mind. I got Georgia on my mind. Whoa, Georgia, you're on my mind.
Roy and Tilly, both civic-minded folks, and they looked at Jerry and said, we know you're going to get involved in politics. Please don't embarrass us. And he's done a pretty good job so far. The only mayor in this great state with an outhouse in the yard, and it still works, by the way. So if you see it, don't be shy. That little motor scooter that you drive around in this city, I want you to know you look good on it, and not one of us laugh about it when you're not around. Not anybody.
But we were talking about Southern Civil War history and all those things from, as you know, way back when. And I realized after he beat me 4-0 in the questions that if you actually live through the history, you know the history.
Jere has introduced some new fashion in the mountain park, which is bicycle helmets, which nobody has ever worn in Mountain Park before, and spandex, or as one of our older residents put it, a hard hat and a Speedo bathing suit, I think. She likes to have the weirdest thing happen. She said, I pulled up to a stop sign in Mountain Park as I was leaving, and I was going to turn right, and just as I started to pull away from the stop sign, this bicycle zooms up next to me and stops, and the guy almost falls over, and I stop, and he leaned down and looked at me, and I looked at him. I said, what happened? She said, well, I would have run his spandex butt in the ditch if he had to stop, but I didn't hit him. And I said, well, did you get a good look at it? She said, yeah, it was Jere Wood from Roswell.
And somebody said to me, look over there. There's a man in a tuxedo and a bow tie and tennis shoes climbing a fence and running up to the porch of this little old lady's house.
I asked Miss Russian, who was the head of the whole kindergarten department, I said, Miss Russian, why is Jere Wood so weird? And she said, Robert, you see, I knew him before the canoeing accident.
His parents had Mary Jo, a veterinarian, Ben, a world-class architect, Jere, the attorney. But it is lucky for Jere that he was left on the Woods' doorstep as a child. Roy never wore a cape in public, I'm sure of that.
And I thought that was asking a lot because I only had a week to winnow down my material for knowing him for all these years. And so then when I came tonight, I said, Jerry, now this is a roast. I'm supposed to be insulting, and I think you used the word brutal. He said, no, entertaining. So that's a lot to ask, too.
Now, Jere Wood really is the embodiment and the personification of Roswell. He's unique. He's historic. Let's just say it. He's old. And, well, he's attractive. So did I say unique? You've seen him in his Dayglow sneakers. You've seen him in his garish ties, bow ties. You've seen him in his Draculian cape. And you've seen him in his blue sash from some hapless Hungarian. And did I say historical? No, we had better not talk about historical because he doesn't want to be historical at this point. He wants to run again. But did I say attractive? I did say attractive. And that's because he has attracted 2 opponents in this race. Now, I really think he's probably able to get a few more in the next couple of weeks if he works at it.
Well, I've known Jerry 40 years. And Jerry has gone further on less than anybody I know. Jerry is out campaigning. He went to Great Oaks the other day. He went to the lady who was in a wheelchair that he'd known for years. And he came down and he said, honey, do you know who I am? She says, no, but if you go to the front desk, they'll tell you. I remember when he went to a conference of all the mayors in North Fulton. His wife was with him, and they'd had a little friendly spat. And Jerry, with his bow tie shining in the dark, said to her, how many great mayors do you think we have in North Fulton? And she said, 1 less than you think.
In all seriousness, that's the kind of commitment I've seen from Jerry, that he does what it takes to benefit the city of Roswell. So, again, I'm proud to support Jerry.
And I'm proud to say that Conniving Imp has followed a tradition that my family and I and other people in Roswell adore, the stream of talent of leadership in Roswell, running from the founding of the town, the founding of the mill, until now, and we're in great hands. Jerry came in and said, Randy, you done? Well, I won't tell you exactly what he said. But he said, I'm here. What can I do to help you? And I'm here to support my friend, Jere Wood.
And since Jerry's been mayor, we've added over 600 acres of parkland to Roswell, which is a completely locked-in city, and also 2 dog parks. So he keeps trying, and I believe in all the other comments that have been said. Don't get in front of Jerry because he will run you over. He has a lot of ideas. Roswell's in his blood, and he's a bona fide character.
He's blunt or he's candid, but there's very few politicians that will take the time to actually tell you exactly what they think. There's very few politicians that actually care what their community's like. And there's no one in this room who questions for a second that even when they disagree with Jerry, that it's because he thinks it's best for the city of Roswell. And that's really key. That's why I'm here, because he is passionate, he is blunt, but there's never a question about whether his heart is there to improve his community. So that's why I'm here, and it's my pleasure to be supporting him. Thank you.
Georgia, on my mind. Little acapella. I got Georgia on my mind. I got Georgia on my mind. Whoa, Georgia.